Hello everyone, welcome to the Lee Collection channel, and here I have two Moonswatches, the Mission to the Moonphase and the Mission to the Earthphase Moonshine Gold. Now for context, this Mission to the Moonphase was released back in March or April 2024. It was something to do with the lunar or solar eclipse in America. And this one, the Mission to the Earthphase, is the last Moonshine Gold collection that's going to be released in 2025. Released on December the 4th in like a wintry Christmas special edition. Now, these two watches weren't particularly hard to get. I'm not sure when this first released it was like sold out quickly. It wasn't limited edition. When I bought it a few months later, I managed to buy it quickly at the store, which was in Meadowhall in Sheffield. And this one, the Moonshine Gold, I was quite surprised to buy this actually, because it was in Covent Garden, and everyone wanted the Moonshine Gold, but the watch. It was so sought after, and I didn't manage to get any of the previous editions, but I somehow got this. It was like an evening in Covent Garden, it was very busy, but yeah, I managed to get this, get in the store and buy it straight away. And I was lucky because at that time you can only buy this Moonshine Gold when it's snowing in Switzerland, and you can only find out if it's quote unquote snowing Switzerland if you just go on the Swatch website and it shows the weather forecast in Switzerland. I don't know how accurate it is, if it's anywhere in Switzerland or on a specific place they measure, but it is what it is, and I was quite lucky to get this whilst it was snowing in Switzerland. Now the two boxes are very different. You know, they're both Snoopy collaborations. So you've got the Snoopy here, which is shown in the Moonphase, and this Snoopy here in the moon, which is shown in the dial. And yeah, the colour on this one is much more yellowish, a bit darker, which is probably from the sun, I don't know. And this one is much more whiter, and it's got this snowflake printing. And if we open up the box, the Moonphase has just this all white box, plain, whilst the Moonshine Gold's got the special gold box. Open it up, there's nothing much in here. Got your instructions, your manuals and a warranty card. And if you don't know, all Moonswatches come with this warranty card, meaning that you can get a lifetime replacement battery for free. So if your Swatch batteries ever die, you can go to the place where you bought it. So mine is Sheffield Meadowhall, and I can go to them and ask them for a battery swap, and they'll do it for you for free. Now this is the mini booklet for the Moonphase, which shows about Snoopy and Omega and the watch itself, which also has some like information on the box and the timeline, which is pretty nice. You don't get that on the Moonshine Gold, it's a bit boring, it's just a snowflake. And if we look over to the Moonshine Gold box, it's about the same, although I don't know if you can see there's like some glitter or some sparkly bits in the box, which does fit the theme of the Moonshine Gold. And here's the booklet, which shows about the Moonshine Gold series, or this specific watch, and then all the different like printing you can get on the Moonphase. And fun fact, it says on this that each Moonswatch is a one of a kind or one of one, because the Moonphase on them have different pattern. So technically if you buy this, all your watches are 101, which is cool. See the different snowflakes. Now here I've got the two watches. So this one the Moonphase and this one the Moonshine. And first off, the pricing. This cost me £270, which is £30 more than the standard planet models, which start from £240. Now this was really expensive, and I didn't know how much it was until I bought it. It costed me £335, which is almost £100 more than the standard ones. But also the Earthphase, the admission to the Earthphase regular, they only cost about £288. So this is the most expensive Moonswatch you can buy. But that's probably because it's the special limited edition Moonshine Gold collection, which they mark up the price a lot. Now, both of these watches have the same white bioceramic case, but it does look on camera that this is a bit darker, a bit yellowish compared to this white one. But that's probably because I've worn this a lot, and under the sun, I guess it kind of yellowed. Just like how your clear phone case, when you use it more often, the case turns a bit yellowish, and I guess it did the same on this Moonswatch case. Now the difference is this strap is a clear difference. I never had this strap in any of the Moonswatches I've collected. I don't know if this is like sold exclusively on the Moonshine Gold swatches, like comes with it, compared to this standard bracelet. But I do know that you can buy these type of style bracelets online on the Swatch websites for all the Planet models, which is around £30 to £40 extra. But yeah, this strap is a much better upgrade compared to this plasticky Velcro strap. This feels more like a premium rubber strap. It's got texture at the back, and this has nothing but smooth. Now if we have a closer look at the strap, worn after a year, there's like a crease, permanent crease of my my wrist size, so it's kind of like bended to fit my wrist. And this strap is not particularly comfy. I mean, it's very bulky, thick, and it just feels cheap compared to this strap. It's nice texture of the moon here, which is a nice detail. And if you ever want to swap the strap, this has like an easy or quick release, whilst this one you might have to do some sort of wizardry to get the strap out. Now if you want to change strap, the lug for the straps are 20mm, so make sure you get that size if you want to get a rubber strap for this. I would recommend you to get like a quality rubber strap, because this standard one is not that good. Specs wise, they use the same frosted white bioceramic case, which is just marketing for plastic realistically. So is the plexiglass dome glass, so be careful with scratches and nicks, because they'll easily scratch more than the sapphire or glass case. Dimensions, it is 42mm both, and thickness is 13.75 millimeters, and a lug-to-lug width of 47.3 millimeters. Now, if we take a closer look at the swatches, this Moonphase has black markers on the dial, which makes it more bolder looking compared to this Moonshine Gold, which has the dark blue markers, which I guess fits within the colour scheme of each of the Moonshine Gold collection or the series. So it doesn't look as bold, and I think it looks a bit thinner compared to the Snoopy one, the regular Moonphase Snoopy. Now, as you can see, the movements are different, but they both use the ETA G10.212 movement, but this one has the Moonphase only movement, and this one has the Moonphase and this Earthphase, which, fun fact, is these watches are the only watches in the world that has the Earthphase, because it is patented by Swatch. But you're not missing much, because it's useless to have a Earthphase unless you're on the moon, like Snoopy here. So whenever there's a full moon, the Earth is fully covered, or whenever the Earth is fully out, the moon is fully covered, and it's a new moon. Now this one, it shows the moon cycle, which is 29.5 days on this 2 o'clock dial, and 10 o'clock you have the minute hand, and then your second hand at the bottom at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, on the Moonshine Gold, you have your Earthphase here at 10 o'clock. Moonphase at 2 o'clock, and a Snoopy on the moon here at 9 o'clock, which I guess shows him looking over the Earth, and that's his view of the Earth, which is a nice thing. However, it does mean that you're missing out the minutes dial and the Moonphase, which makes the chronograph feature on this watch a bit useless, unless you're only timing for like a minute max. Otherwise, the chronograph feature is not that useful. But then again, who uses the chronograph feature on a day-to-day basis? If we look at the background on the Moonphase, zoom in. It got some sparkly shine on the stars. So on Earthphase, also on the markers on the hands, they got the same sparkle, which is just normal black on the Moonphase. You can't see the stars at the back on the Moonphase, and that's the Snoopy picture which you've seen on the box. You can see just a bit on the bottom moon. There's the unique picture of the snowflake, which is only found in this swatch, one of one, like they said. Now, if we look at the Lume shot on both of the swatches, they have Super Luminova, and this one, the Moonphase, it's got a secret message saying, "I can't sleep without a night light," and with the UV light shining onto the Moonphase, you can see like the stars, which is quite nice. Although in the black version of this, it's quite visible without the UV light, and people have some mixed reactions about that. On this one, the Moonphase doesn't shine, the stars don't shine at all either, which I'm quite disappointed because it does look cool. On the Earthphase, the water shines, and the secret message on Snoopy, it says, "I beat everybody." It's kind of hard to see. Yeah. So that's a nice touch that they both have special messages on the UV light. If we look at the back, where the battery is, it says Mission to the Moonphase, and the picture shows the moon with Snoopy's paw, which is like a homage to Neil Armstrong's footprint that will be further left on the moon. And in the Moonshine Gold, we have the picture of the Earth, which is the same one in the Earthphase. It shows the continent of the Americas and Africa and Europe and half of Europe. And the message is "I beat everybody," which is the same message as on here on the UV light. I guess that's it between the differences and similarities of the Moonphase and the Earthphase Moonshine Gold collection. They're both good watches, you know, and this one, if you can get it for retail without paying those silly second-hand prices, I think is a great watch to have in your collection. The strap is much better. I think on the website and Swatch you can buy this type of strap for this Snoopy Moonphase, which is about £40 extra maybe. Or you can just go and get like a grey market strap if you don't like this either and want like a proper rubber strap similar to like an Oyster Flex strap. That's quite okay. But remember it's 20 millimeters for the strap. Now, nowadays I don't think this is particularly difficult to get. It's much cheaper compared to this one, so it's quite good. But this is much more difficult. You know, you have to wait until Switzerland is snowing, and you have to go to selected stores which might offer this watch. I don't know where in the UK most of the stores sell these. Probably around, I know definitely got this from London, so Covent Garden, they definitely sell these. Maybe Meadowhall. This is a limited edition, not limited numbers, but you have to get this before the end of the winter season, which is around March, I think. So after that, there'll be no more of this, and this is the last Moonshine Gold collection. So make sure if you want this to get it before it ends. Regularly check the Swatch website for the forecast in Switzerland. It'll show you if it's snowing or not. And yeah, make sure to keep checking and hope that Switzerland snows. Now, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for more videos on watches. See ya.